Andy, I imagine that was an enthralling game for neutrals to watch, but a manager probably were hanging on to things at the end. How did you feel after that?
I thought we were hanging on.
No, I mean, like, you're waiting for the final whistle at 1-0, aren't you?
Yeah. Contrasting game. Two halves. I thought we were really passive first half and allowed them to dominate the ball. The team shape, we were too stretched and we didn't allow ourselves to get any pressure on the ball at the top end of the pitch. So we spoke out one or two things at half time, tweaked one or two things. I thought the second half performance was incredible from every single one of them, both with and without the ball, and we were deserving winners.
And just looking back at that first half as well, the penalty gets given. You've talked about your goalkeeper at length already, but again, he came up trumps for you.
I didn't see the save. I generally don't look. I was more disappointed with the ease in which the lad waltzes into our box and goes past three of our players. I was more concerned about that. So, good moment for Connor. Again, he's got a reputation for saving penalties, screaming on the touchline to make sure you're going for the rebound, because the chances are he's going to get close to things. So, well done to him. Game-defining moment. They were on top at that stage without creating a lot, and probably their only chance of the first half. Obviously, it's a really good chance from a penalty. So we spoke at half-time. We were more of a threat on the counter-attack in the first half and from set plays, but second half we moved 10 yards higher up the pitch. It enabled us to get higher pressure on the ball, enabled us to win more balls higher up towards their goal and transition from much higher areas of the pitch. And I thought some of our play second half was a credit to the players. It's been, without looking backwards, it was obviously a difficult start last week, but the response from the players and from the staff has been really good.
Nathan came up against a centre forward that has got real good pedigree. He handled him pretty well.
Yeah, in terms of selecting that back three, I thought that back three suited the threat that they were going to come up against. Playing Nathan on the right, we knew about their ability to play diagonal balls, and yet all three of the players stood up to that task really well in the second half, defend the balls into our box well in the first half. So I thought all three of them were too deep in the first half.
At the opposite end of the pitch, you obviously had different threats, and that's what you've recruited for. But when the goal went in as well, nobody probably deserved it more than Ben Garrity, who really put a shift in.
Yeah, so tonight he only scores in the second game of the season, doesn't he? I think his last one was Burton. I'm sure Burton was the second game last year. I might be wrong, but yeah, we had a lot of opportunities in the second half in a variety of ways in which we created them, and we spoke about trying to score from every single situation. I know we could be defending the set play. How can we score from this? So yeah, it's credit to the players. We looked fit. We looked energetic. We looked fresh in the second half. It's difficult in that third game week, as I've been saying to you guys, with the increased game time. Trying to freshen up in certain areas, but you've got to reward the level of performance on Tuesday night as well from some certain individuals. So yeah, it's congratulations to the whole group. Again, everyone contributes. If they're not fit, that they've still got a part to play, and yeah, it's certainly a better Saturday night.
I was going to say, without dwelling on last week, is that a lot more like what you were hoping for and want your team to be like than what happened last week?
Listen, we're going to grow. We're going to get better. It was a difficult 90 minutes last week, and we gifted Barnes the opportunities, and so with a ruthless nature that they scored and they took advantage. But we learned a lot. We spoke at length in a variety of ways, and credit goes to the players. They've taken things on board. They've learned from it, and 2 wins in the first week of the season, through to the next round of the cup. It's been a good week, and it's important that the players enjoy the wins. It's good that they can appreciate the fans and staying behind and clapping them. We have to do that, whether we've won, drawn, or we've got beat. We have to show our appreciation to the fans for their support. So I'm sure they'll go home happier this Saturday. And now it's about, again, quick turnaround, recovering for the next game against Blackpool, and team who got relegated last season from the Championship. Yeah, and we're on to the next one.
Just a quick mention, Ellis named on the bench, but what didn't make it, I know it's Jack Shorrock out for the warm-up at half-time. What's the situation there?
Yeah, Ellis did a calf in the warm-up, so yeah, we'll see how that is. But I think I also need to speak about Oliver as well, Arblaster. He unfortunately lost his granddad last night. He's not been well for a while. For the kid to go and produce that level of performance, it's testament to his mentality, his quality, and it's a really good tribute to his granddad.
I was going to say fair play to him then for coming and playing, because he could have easily decided that he couldn't have made today.
He rang me this morning. Obviously things have been going off for a while, even before he came to the club. I told him on Thursday not to come in to spend time with his granddad because he knew, unfortunately, that the end was coming. So yeah, he spent time with his granddad, and that's an incredible tribute to him today. To play the level he did for a player of his age is massive credit to Ollie, and he's come in, he's settled in really well into the group, and his level of performance have been really good.
And lastly then, like you just said, big week to come, important games against two sides who'll have aspirations of promotion. Another tough one for you, another couple of tough ones for you.
Yeah, nothing's easy, is it? Wherever you play in this league, there's no easy games. We'll approach it in exactly the same manner. We'll do our homework. We'll look at Blackpool. We'll look at ways that we have to try and nullify them and ways we can exploit them. Again, it's more important now that enjoy the win. It's important you do, because we've also experienced the other side of it. But again, think about recovery, because the teams who recover best in this league could give themselves an advantage. So it's really, really important.